It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm joined by the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the Jet, Kenny Smith. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Boston Celtics as they go up against the Golden State Warriors. And for Golden State, it seems like any question people have had about them in the offseason, those have already been answered with the terrific start they've gotten off to. It's hard to imagine there are too many doubters still out there after some of the performances we've seen from them so far. There are a wide range of opinions out there about Draymond Green, how he plays, how he behaves on the court. Some love his fire. Others think he can be a little bit of a distraction, but certainly he is the driving force and the catalyst for this team. Kenny?
Well, he's the heart and soul of the team. There's no doubt about it. He's the energizer. He's the emotional leader, and sometimes takes them too far. But he gives them that edge that they need to be a championship team.
Kenny, there was a guy that when we played went by the name of Dennis Rodman.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't the best guy on his team, but he's the kind of player you love if he is on your team,
Without
and
question.
you hate if he's not on your team.
And that's it for here. We leave kicking and screaming. See you later.
We are live in Boston, Massachusetts, the gem of New England, as the Celtics are about to go into this interconference contest right here. Along with Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge on our sidelines, this is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, one of the most dominant players of our generation, Kevin Garnett.
Thank you for having me, man. It's always a pleasure to see you.
The Warriors are looking to end their road trip here with a strong outing. A great start to the season for them, notching 3 wins to tip it off.
You know, for some teams, it just takes a little time to get into a groove and to find your rhythm at the start of the season. But this group's been different. You know, they've been playing like they have that proverbial chip on their shoulder since day one.
And before we get going, let's catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, who had a chance to speak with head coach Brad Stevens. David, what do you have to say?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, it's the first meeting of the year between these teams, so he told me today is mainly a feeling out process, trying to identify strengths and weaknesses. We'll see how quickly they get a feel for this opponent. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Kevin, when you entered the draft, no player had made the jump from high school to the NBA in 20 years. And what were your emotions when your name was called number 5 overall?
Oh, man, I remember that. It was so
17 years old?
17, just turning 18 at the time. I was in like a whirlwind, to be honest. A lot of people don't know it's a lot of stuff that goes up into the draft, you know, things that I wasn't aware of. You're training twice a day. You're trying to get ready for the combine. You're trying to get ready for pre-draft. You got to do workouts. This is all new to me, on top of still going to high school, trying to, you know, graduate and stuff. So I figured it out. I hustled and I bustled and I juggled a bunch of different things. But once your name is called, it's almost like the culmination. It all comes together. It's a special moment for just you and your family and your loved ones and ones around you. And when my name was called, it felt like the world had stopped and everything was going very slow.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Inside, we've got Draymond at the 4 and Pachulia to his side. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Clay in the backcourt. And it's Durant in at the 3 spot. Irving's shot is good.
Such a compact release. That's why Kyrie is so efficient from range.
Curry passes to Durant. From outside, off the mark. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Irving. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
And the replay courtesy of Under Armour, the Unleash Chaos moment, giving us a sweet look at some incredible basketball handling and offensive skills. Now here's Pachulia. His last outing, he had 8 points. And Durant, here we go. Foul on the play, basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
You know, he's still slender, but KD's gotten a lot stronger. You have to wrap him up early. You can't let him get the shot off.
The Warriors shooting their first free throw of the night here. Boston making some changes. Marcus Morris comes in for Aaron Baines, and Smart subbed in for Brown. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Golden State. It's good from Durant.
Kevin Durant, for his career, almost 90% at the free throw line. He'll make you pay.
Tatum kicks to Irving. Picked by Horford. Irving with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Irving's shot is good. There's 31 seconds left in the first. Irving against Curry. Durant in the corner. Over Morris. And Durant gets it to go. Durant's got 5.
Maybe the most deadly mid-range scorer in the league. Kevin Durant, one of the few players who could live off those if he wanted to.
Here's Irving. Count it. 9 points in the game so far.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
First quarter, you're really testing the defense, trying to find their weaknesses.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Celtics lead by 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And off we go. A close game now starting the second quarter. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
So far, they've been active, scoring the basketball, built up a little lead here, and looking good.
The play calling has been perfect, backed up by beautiful execution. They've certainly captured the moment in that first quarter.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Boston. Morris is the 4 with Horford in the middle. Smart is out there with Rozier, and it's Tatum in at the 3. Iguodala no good.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Pass to Morris. Picked by Horford. Morris outside, just 5 to shoot. Unloads from 13. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Morris has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Celtics. Great to have you with us, KG, and enlightening experience. Come back and join us sometime, okay?
Thank you, man. I appreciate it anytime.
You were terrific. You were terrific. You were great.
K-Hall, you always made me look good, man. Since 95, man. We've been doing this a long time, my dude.
Great to see you.
Thank you, dog.
Wow, it's such a pleasure to have Kevin Garnett with us. Steve, he looks like he hasn't changed a bit, like he could go out there now and still play.
I totally agree. He's one of those guys that stayed in phenomenal shape, and when he played, I mean, his impact on the game from the 1 position all the way to the 4, he was a handful.
Nice shot by Smart. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Warriors trail by 6.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
There's a good screen. Iguodala kicks to McCaw. Stolen by Smart. The dish to Horford. Here's Rozier. Over Livingston. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Boston on top, up by 6. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with head coach Brad Stevens. Coach, what did you think was the main edge you had?
Well, I thought defensively we were a lot better, and then that led to some offense. But obviously, we're playing a bunch of skilled guys, and we're able to spread the floor, and that's helpful.
You have to make them work at both ends. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. This big mountain of a man is Shaquille O'Neal, and this hill of a man is Kenny the Jet Smith. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. They were unable to ever build a big lead in the first period, with 3 points being their largest cushion. Taking a look at the Celtics, Kenny, some perspective, please.
They were really efficient on offense. Shared the basketball well, great shot selection. That accounted for a high field goal percentage in the first half.
Shaq, what are your thoughts on Golden State?
Well, Ernie, I'm not even a player anymore, but I'm not happy with the soft defense they had. Full of holes, allowing over 60% shooting. Ridiculous, fellas. It's amazing that they're still in this game. I think it's going to come down to how bad they want it. I even want it. Ernie, sign me on a 10-day contract right now.
And that wraps up halftime as the game is set to get back underway. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan and crew, standing by courtside.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Defensively coming in, you know he's going to be tough to stop, but I'm still waiting to see a plan to even contain him.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Warriors trail by 6.
And the Celtics leadership, very pragmatic. IT and Crowder both beloved in Boston, but they didn't hesitate to move them to get better and younger at the same time.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. Lethal shooting pair of Clay and KD out on the perimeter. Inside, we've got Draymond at the 4 and Pachulia to his side. And it's Curry in at the point. And it's Irving missing.
And thinking about the Celtics' choice to get younger, perhaps a strategic move in response to the super team in Golden State, they want to construct their team to peak in a few years when the Warriors start to show a little chink in the armor moving forward.
The screen from Brown. Launches a 3, and Irving gets it to go on the assist by Tatum. And that's 12 points for Kyrie Irving.
He's been so consistent scoring the basketball. It has helped him tack on to this lead.
Curry kicks to Durant. Thompson outside. Durant with a screen on Brown. Green with a screen for Curry. And Green now, top of the key. 5 to shoot. Here's Durant. Out of hand on it. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Morris is checked in for Boston. Smart comes in for Tatum. And then for Golden State, West is checked in for Pachulia. And it's Iguodala in for Draymond Green. 90 seconds now into the second half. There's the pick. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And that's a tough one. But on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Some guys, they just know how to get away with it, and some don't.
The Celtics making a switch here. Horford's checked in. Thompson dishes to Durant. Lets it go from the wing. That doesn't go either for Durant.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Picked by Horford. Irving with a clean look. That 3 off the mark. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Celtics lead by 4. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Here's Rozier. Smart and Brown outside on the wings. Aaron Baines out there with Horford. And it's Rozier in at the 1. That's the Boston 5. Brown outside. 6 to shoot. Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Iguodala outside. Here's Durant. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on Horford.
Iggy just keeping his head up on his swivel all the time.
Tatum, he's checked in for the Celtics. Then for the Warriors, Pachulia comes in for Nick Young, and Draymond Green's subbed in for Andre Iguodala.
This guy is the definition of the word clutch. He has all the trust in the world from his teammates in these kinds of situations.
Rozier, the pass to Tatum. Right wing. Here's Smart. The turnaround jumper. Count it. And the Celtics lead by 3.
And the defense we've seen today reminds me of that great defensive era back in the 80s.
This game has been all about high flying and sharp shooting, not about buckling down on D.
Tatum kicks to Rozier. They set the pick. Now here's Tatum, guarded by Kerr. The 15-footer, good!
And how about that floor awareness there from Tatum? It does a good job of scanning the court and getting the ball to the open man.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're trailing by 5. There's 49 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Kyrie Irving.
And he's grabbed this game with both hands and just never let it go. I mean, he scored a huge percentage of their points. He hadn't been the main guy for them. He's been the only guy for them.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for Terry Rozier. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. He told them, look, guys, we're running out of time. We're going to make a move. It's got to be now. Are you guys ready to make a move? They all nodded, and he said, then go take it. Kevin?
There's 37 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Right side Kerr from outside the arc. And the Warriors miss again.
And you can see why he might be off on some of his attempts, getting far fewer shots today than he's accustomed to.
27 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and now they decide to foul intentionally. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
You know, Kyrie is a star in this league, but he has a chance to be a superstar.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Big shots there. They are clearly in control of this game now.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They trail by 7. 26 seconds left in the fourth. Durant on the wing.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Two shots.
And the first of two, no good. Heartbreaker. And the second of two is good. That trims the lead to 6. And so they foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Last game for Boston, they picked up the W against the Magic in Orlando. Sinks it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
With the game on the line, who better to turn to than Thompson for a big shot? A clutch performer who lives for the big moment.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game. Outside Durant. On the wing, Thompson. Nails the tray.
Thompson is one of the game's most deadly shooters from beyond the arc. Can't leave him open because he is just lethal.
And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kyrie. Nice win tonight. What was your thought process coming into the game?
I was just going out there trying to compete on every play, trying to play as much defense as possible. Just sticking to our game plan. We had a game plan going in, and we executed.
Got it done at both ends of the floor, Kyrie. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long.